Now, page 4, immigration at the top of the election 2020 list. Congratulations to the border president. Donald Trump, along with some helping hands in the non-mainstream media like this program, has elevated the issue of immigration to the #1 issue for voters in this current election cycle. This is huge, not just politically. It's very important that a majority of the American people understand what is happening at the border and what is not happening in Congress and what is at stake for this republic. Gallup polling now finds that 27% of people questioned agree that immigration is the #1 most important problem facing America today. Now, 27% may not sound like a lot, and yes, it should be a strong majority. However, just 4 months ago, only 16% of those questions identified immigration as issue #1. So this is a big spike, and it's a great and encouraging sign that maybe, just maybe, Nancy Pelosi and company will start feeling some heat from the voters. And if that happens, then maybe, just maybe, we might get a border wall funding going, or new immigration law that stops the madness at our southern flank. Right now, immigration should be priority 1 for both we the people and the Congress. And thanks to a relentless effort from this president and this White House, the American people are catching on that we have a problem that needs to be addressed and fixed. President Trump owns this issue, and it would behoove the timid Republican congressional candidates to hop on board the strong border pro-America immigration train, because clearly, little by little, like the little engine that could, the American people are climbing aboard the Immigration Express, whose destination is Election Day 2020. This while the radicals in the House of Representatives continue to preach open borders, like the #3 in the leadership caucus in the Democrat Party, Hakeem Jeffries.
House Democrats believe that we do have a broken immigration system.
Stop tape. You believe you have a broken immigration system. You broke it. You folks and your legislation broke our immigration system to the point where we have these people from third world countries in Central America walking up to our border agents and saying the magic word, asylum or refugee, and poof, they have to be allowed into our country. If that's not broken, what is? It's you and your ilk and too many Republican members of Congress who are asleep at the wheel that allowed a piece of legislation like this to go through and become law, which directly harms the civil society of this republic. It's your fault, Hakeem, and you need to fix it. Roll tape.
To fix it in a bipartisan way.
Stop tape.
We should
bipartisan way. Bipartisan way. You know what that means? I'll give you a little translation, because I speak Hakeem-ese on this one. He's thinking back to 1986 and how they hoodwinked Ronald Reagan in the deal for amnesty, a limited amnesty in exchange for strong border security. And we know what happened. We know our history. The Democrats got the amnesty, and we never got the strong border security, which is one of the reasons why we are where we are right now, with effectively a wide-open southern border. And this president is trying to stop it from being wide open. He's trying to build a secure layer of fencing, double layer of fencing, across a lot of this border. And right now, he's replacing a lot of the original dilapidated fencing that really wasn't even fencing. It's this corrugated metal from Vietnam that they kind of welded together that actually acts as a ladder for illegals to climb over and get into the United States. So he's replacing a lot of that. He's securing these areas that should be secured. He's doing the right thing. And he's getting exactly zero help from the United States Congress and radicals like this guy, Hakeem. Roll tape.
Proceed with comprehensive immigration reform.
Stop tape. Yeah, you know what that means. That means that the Republicans capitulate to the Democrats. That means that there will be more open borders. This is their version of comprehensive immigration reform. Glom it all together and confuse the American people. Pass a big piece of legislation like they did with Obamacare and say, hey, we fixed the problem. And of course, we know with Obamacare, they exacerbated the problem. They paid the price. They made the case that there's 30 million, think about it, 330 million Americans, and 30 million of them don't have health care insurance, and that was the motivation. So imagine what they'll do with so-called comprehensive immigration reform. It's going to be mandated open borders. It's going to be mandated amnesty. It's going to be mandated DACA recipients and their families, and so on and so on. And we'll continue to have chain migration. Instead of an immigration system where the American people have a stake in it, instead of an immigration system that is based on merit, instead of an immigration system that allows only the best and the brightest into our country. Why do we want these losers in our country? So good. Let this guy and the other Democrats push for open borders and amnesty through so-called comprehensive immigration reform. That's not what engaged Americans are looking for as the solutions to the problems, as immigration clearly is poised to be the central issue for the November 2020 election.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.